Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Freakout Nation. I'm your host, Dean, and today we're taking a look at when crazy libs get owned by logic. Let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course.
Disclaimer. This video was made for strictly comedic, artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
You say I'm here to take rights away?
Yes.
Do you agree life is a right?
I feel like if it's a clump of cells, then it's not alive.
No, but let's go back. Do you think every human being has a right to life?
Depending on how many weeks, but let's
hold on. Who's trying to take rights away?
Most individuals that are having abortions are going to be mothers that cannot afford it. They usually have already 2 to 3 kids and a lot of time.
So it's acceptable to be able to murder your young if all of a sudden you don't have the money to support them. That you can murder your offspring if you're poor.
So in the first couple weeks, even though it's still not fully developed, doesn't even have a heartbeat, doesn't even have brain
Development
activity.
does not equal dignity. A human being is a human being regardless of the process of development that it is in. Period.
Exercising your freedom of speech when it harms no one is seen as taking away rights, but ending the life of an unborn baby is considered acceptable? I wonder if they realize how that sounds.
I don't think you can be sexist towards men, and I don't think you can be racist towards white people.
How have you arrived at that conclusion?
That's a good question. I don't know, just hearing like all the stories about like all this messed up stuff they did in the past. Like, I'm not even black, but I have a grudge against them.
Are you referring to slavery?
Yeah, and just like the treatment of them over time since then, like all the discrimination.
Do you think that white people were the only ones who engaged in slavery?
So wait, are you trying to like say that like white people were slaves too?
Yeah, white people were also slaves.
That's where the term slave comes from, is the Slavic region.
Exactly.
That's why Eastern Europeans are so oppressed even within Europe.
I don't know, but I didn't see them oppressed over here that much. Like, I don't know. In history, I don't see books talking about the oppression of white people.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Perhaps it would be helpful to educate yourself before making statements like that. Also, while people of all backgrounds, including white people, have experienced slavery in history, they don't continue to focus on it over 160 years after it ended. I wonder why that is.
Feminism is rooted in the struggles of ordinary women. It's about the fact that, women often get paid less. It's about the fact that women are on the front line of some of the hardest sectors to work in care, in our healthcare system, in social care. It's about the fact that they do so much unpaid labor in the household.
How many female bricklayers do you know?
I mean,
or female bin cleaners.
Great question.
What are you talking about?
Great question. Have you ever met a female bricklayer?
I don't know.
No, you haven't.
But I love the assumption that being a bricklayer is harder than caring for the terminally ill and dying.
Have you ever been a bricklayer in the winter?
But have you ever been someone looking after the terminally ill and dying?
Yes, I actually have. Yes,
I have. Obviously a very, very challenging job, isn't it?
And it's not as hard as being a bricklayer.
In what sense? What does that even mean?
Excuse me, you asked me if I've done it before.
Oh, I missed this.
Yeah. Are we talking about whether or not
before.
it's physically challenging, emotionally challenging? I mean, there are care workers who are running up and down between houses getting paid less than minimum wage.
No, I get that, but you don't make a fortune as a bricklayer either.
Feminists are quick to say they don't need men, but often overlook the fact that many of the most difficult, dangerous, and essential jobs in society are done by men, jobs without which society couldn't function.
If a little boy follows my daughter in that bathroom and touches her, you will have a new radar of dangers. This is ridiculous. You're opening up opportunity for problems to happen. But I tell you what, I want to prove that you're all hypocrites. Because each of you ladies, I want you to invite your husbands. And let's go to the bathroom. And I want them to watch me watch you use the bathroom. And let's see if they get mad. Let's prove to the public the hypocrites that sit on this board. Because I bet you'll get mad when I watch your wife. Your husband will get mad when I watch you. Your husband would feel the same as I would about my wife. Now stand up and do something. You're so scared of losing federal funding, it's ridiculous. Every single one of you is cowards. And we keep coming up here year after year with the same clique. There's one woman on this board that stands up for the people and the kids. That's a role model. Y'all should listen and pay attention. Is why she gets the votes.
This person's argument completely destroys the insane rhetoric that men should be allowed in women's restrooms.
I just wanted to know, where are you from?
Texas.
From America, right?
Yeah.
I just want to know, when was America great for us black people?
Right now?
Oh,
Tell you it's great right now.
Really?
Yeah.
It ain't great for you?
No, not at all.
How?
I mean, I'm living life.
Looking good. You got clothes on. Look well fed.
But that doesn't mean
Got
it's great.
beautiful hair.
Oh, thank you.
Got your eyeliner on. You looking good. What kind of bag is that? That's a nice little bag there. You look good. America look good for you. If you were eating out of a trash can, I'll tell you something different. America's a great place. I don't understand how we are not acknowledging that. It's great. Look at all these different people out here. Men, women, black, white. You will never see this much diversity anywhere else. It's the greatest place on earth. Everybody can be here and enjoy one another, disagree with each other. We have the freedom of speech, freedom to keep and bear arms. We don't have to worry about the government interfering in our lives for the most part. It's the greatest country ever. And if we don't start acknowledging that, we're going to screw up something good.
Liberals often urge others to check their privilege without acknowledging the privileges that come with simply being American. For example, black individuals may benefit from easier university admissions compared to white applicants, and expressions of racism toward white people are often overlooked, whereas if the roles were reversed, it would likely lead to public backlash or cancellation.
I'm a little bit more educated than you think.
Let's do it. When does life begin? When does life begin?
I'm an atheist, sorry. I don't talk about...
You just said you're educated on it. So when does life begin? Secular. You don't have to be Christian. When does life begin? You can search it up right now, all you guys. When does life begin scientifically? It says fertilization. I thought you'd know that if you studied this, man. Like, come on.
When you were born, life. Yeah.
When you were born, life. So this is very important, guys. If I'm a murderer and I pregnant woman, I get charged with double homicide. But it's when you're born. He just said it's when you're born, though, right? How come? Why is that? That's a good point. I'll change your mind.
Life begins at conception. It's a scientific fact, and the fact that she cannot argue against that says a lot.
What would you have to say?
Did you even graduate college?
No.
In fact,
I didn't go to college. I've been able to be pretty successful without a four-year degree.
College.
Yeah, I did not go to
You're
college.
You're gonna come to college and act like you know.
So
fucking better
are we
than
gonna
everybody?
debate resumes or ideas?
Ideas.
Because if we want,
it's a good idea to just defund every major.
Do you want to
program?
debate resumes or ideas? Because if you want to argue from authority, as if you're somehow smarter than I am because you have a meaningless four-year college degree. Or do we want to say who's actually right or wrong? You are perfect evidence that you haven't really been educated. You are hyper hostile. You have no humility. You have very little wisdom about how the world works. And you come and you want so badly to be recognized and noticed, you came with your own bullhorn to cut in line someone who patiently waited to ask the first question. What have you actually learned at this institution except that you're the center of the world and everyone must listen to you?
College obviously doesn't teach critical thinking. In most cases, it does the opposite, but most liberals are too self-centered to see reality.
I wouldn't call it misogynistic. I say be equal. So again, men do all of that. Well, then, okay, I'd love for the feminists, please apply for the oil rigs. Please go do the hard jobs in society. They're open, they're hiring, because I don't equate I don't think men or women are equal until we do the equal work. So no, listen. Go apply to be on the oil rigs. Go be a plumber, go be an electrician, go be on the front lines of the military, and then we should have equal rights. But until feminists are willing to do that, I don't believe we should have the freedom without the responsibility.
Okay, well, I don't think that I'm physically built for that. You might be, but I'm absolutely not.
But
you said you were volleyball.
Wow.
You said you were a volleyball player, and so you've got more strength than I do. I don't think
but
that
I don't have more strength. I don't have more strength than the average man.
I'm not going to take your right away to do it.
I don't have more strength than the average man, but again, it goes back to go be a plumber. You want to be equal, go be equal.
Equal rights mean equal responsibilities, like all people regardless of gender being signed up for the draft. Bet you won't hear that from any feminist. Well, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching until the end, and see you in the next one.